the most problem is to be guilty to eat something. I don't know. The mind. I don't know, thinking that you should not allow to eat this because then you are not anymore in fit. It's not more think too much about what you should eat or not eat, but yes, to balance. And then I think this way you are more calm, you are more relaxed.
Hi, welcome back to Women in Talk. In today's episode, we're going to have my dear friend from Italy, Marianna and Benedetta. And today we're going to discuss how actually food could impact our mental health. So for anyone who is interested, please stay tuned. Hi guys!
Hello.
Hello, Nisha.
How are you? Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm very well, thank you. I'm Benedetta. My friends call me Benny. And I've been living in London for 2 years now. I'm an interior designer. I'm 26. Are we 26? Unfortunately, you lose track of your age. Anyway, I'm 26 years old and I call home a place in Italy called Genova.
Okay.
Hello, Risha. I'm Marianna, and yes, I'm working in UK, not living here, but not in London, but in Bristol. It is a nice city, but I still didn't visit because of lockdown, whatever. And yes, I'm working on an American company, really big in construction field. So I design concrete building construction. And yes, my hometown as well is Genova. And yeah, we are always together in life in a high school, primary school, middle school, high school, and then here working in the same country.
You can't get rid of me.
Exactly.
Wow, always together. Always. So far, do you believe that actually food affects our mental health? Since today we're going to talk about healthy food that affecting our mindset or our lifestyle.
Yeah, 100%, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially in this time we're all living in with the pandemic, I think food can be strongly related to our mindsets. And for example, we were talking about how when you're feeling down or sad, you normally have
normally, like when you think mental health and food are really strict connected, because for example, the when you're sad, depressed, you always hear that people react with the food like or rejecting the food or abusing the food. So I think for sure, like everybody knows that it's like strictly connected, but how to the problem is more how to like positively strictly connected to mental health. So to have some positive effects to the mental, to the mind through the food. Okay. So yes, in particular in this time that is really our mind is really under pressure because you're not allowed to do a lot of stuff. You're like always kind of also like you're kind of a lot of time sitting and not really you cannot really
interact with other people or spend some time out doing sport or just enjoying life.
So food can be a problem but can be also a solution, and also it's important to have a good behavior with the food and not like have some anxiety or some thinking that food is an enemy. Exactly.
So you feel it directly, the impact of eating healthy food to your mind.
I think so. I would say so. Like I understand that if I don't eat healthy things, if I eat bad, like junk food or too many sweets, I think I'm personally affected. I feel bad for my body because I know that it's not good for me, and in the long term, it's gonna affect my lifestyle.
I think also mostly maybe the female, but I think also for male is the same. But yeah, the guilty is the problem. Like the problem, the food can really say, oh no, I ate too much pasta, I ate too much bread, or I don't know, meat or whatever. So the guiltness are really a problem with food. So is I think the healthy style with the food can make,
also
yeah, you are more maybe also satisfied, you say proud of yourself because you are eating well. I think it's all in mind correlation and yeah. So
I think the key is always balance, as
yeah,
always.
the balance.
Yes,
Yeah.
to
A balanced relationship with your diet and
Okay.
the food you eat.
So, since you're saying about diet, could you please share about Mediterranean diet?
Oh, in Asia, that since I think every Italian, I mean, I don't know the other Mediterranean country, but for sure every Italian at the primary school, teachers taught about this pyramid. That is like kind of scheme of this Mediterranean diet, so called. And so this is like, yeah, Mediterranean diet is style of life. I think inside every Italian has this inside, not really have to study the Mediterranean diet, but like
it's in our DNA.
exactly, it's in our DNA. So, and also because the typical food are kind of following, no, this Mediterranean diet, and yeah, so can be schematized with this pyramid. And so there is like, we can like group in 3 levels at the base. So every levels, of course, at the base is bigger. So this is means that you can consume this product more often during the week. For example, at the base week, you can find vegetables, fruit, and also simple carbohydrate like breads or cereals or pasta, rice. So all these simple, and I think is especially like the whole meat, whole wheat,
Whole meat.
yeah, whole meat. And then like the second level is about like to consuming like
Eggs, dairy.
exactly milk related
Oil.
products. Oil, roll oil is really important ingredient in the Mediterranean diet.
And the top,
And then the top, of course, I mean, meat, fish, and of course, at the really top, unfortunately, is all the sweets and dessert that you should like not consume too much often during the week, but sometimes just to cheer up a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is most like how to represent the, so to distribute all I think the, yeah, as Betty already said, like the balance. So to balance, I think also related with the other type of, like now is really common to do like diet in sense to lose weight, no? The Mediterranean diet is not like to, I don't know, you cannot eat that, you cannot eat that, you can eat everything, but important is how to distribute all these ingredients, all these foods during your week, during your year, or your life in general. So it's just a balance of these products, and so you're not get stressed because I don't know, I have to follow this diet that I don't have to eat, I don't know, carbs. I don't have to eat, I don't know, fruit. I don't know. I'm saying, of course, I'm not an expert, but
yeah, we're not doctors.
we are not doctors. We are not
We're just
experts.
sharing our own life.
And every like there is a like of course scientists and doctors and whatever, but it's just I think like I don't think it's unhealthy to eat everything. It's just to moderate and in the proportion and stuff like that. So
Okay, I see. So, what kind of benefit from this diet correlated to your mental health, for example?
yeah, as we said before, because I mean the most problem is to be guilty to eat something. I don't know, the mind. I don't know, thinking that you should not allow to eat this because then you are not anymore in fit. It's not more think too much about what you should eat or not eat, but yes, to balance. And then I think this way you are more calm, you are more relaxed when you have. I think also is important to lead a healthy life is how to prepare you the food. If you make it by yourself, the meal, and then you eat, this is all, I don't know, a behavior that can you be more integrated with the food and not being I don't know. Also because if you don't cook, and then I don't know, you because you buy some prepared meal or something, you don't know what is really inside. I don't know what are you eating exactly. So I think to be more conscious, and yeah, this is really can help you your I don't know your
It's also a good distraction this
yeah,
time
exactly.
of our century when we are forced to live in four walls. If you cook, the benefit is that you are just not thinking about your problem in life, and you can just chill and take the moment to appreciate that you are like nursing. No,
Yeah.
you are
You're treating
you're
yourself.
treating yourself and your soul.
Really can but of course I think so many people think like that because of course when they are announcing lockdown and you go in the supermarket, always like flour or yeast
Yeah, a lot of
is always out of stock.
Homemade bread, homemade pizza.
And I think yeah, it's really so you are enjoyable. You're enjoying your to prepare the food, and yeah, to be it can be also an escape, no, from the I don't know busy life or from your work. It's like a distraction, and really that can help you.
Okay, because I feel like I read an article that actually um, I feel related to it so much because, for example, when I eat junk food, the aftermath eating junk food, it makes me feel bloated, you know. So I feel like I don't know it. However, it doesn't makes me like fat instantly, but it doesn't give me like a good energy. On the other hand, when I eat vegetables or fruits, I feel energized and I keep having a good mood. I think you guys must have felt like that, right?
Yeah, exactly the same. I think it's very common.
Yeah, I think like maybe food is kind of like drug. Like I don't know, can no like make a comparison between junk food because I don't know, like junk food. So at the beginning you are happy because of course it's not we're like junk food is good, but then you're not anymore happy after that. Now you have a bad feeling. So yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I think it is a good to have a correct behavior with food and yeah.
Google this.
So anyway, how could you guys share your tips on maintaining a healthy diet? Yeah, healthy to have a healthy life. I mean,
Sure.
actually, like Mariana said, it's good to actually prepare or cook your food yourself.
Exactly. So that's definitely one of the way. If you cook yourself your lunch the night before, for example, you already have ready in your freezer. You're not tempted to go on delivery or ready like frozen meal. So that's a really good tip. Another I would suggest is, for example, try to buy organic food, fruits and vegetables, especially in this country where we found that I mean, the vegetables didn't have the same taste, fresh taste as in Italy, because they were all imported because of the climate, yeah, and everything. So we start getting delivered the vegetable, we call it veggie box, and it's 100% organic. It's local. It's coming from the countryside and the farmer around London and in England. And that's sustainable in many ways because it's organic, as I said, and then doesn't exploit any other country, and then you get it delivered without plastic packaging. So that's another good thing. So I feel like I'm doing my part in this world to try to have an healthy shopping.
Yeah, exactly. Behind like a healthy lifestyle, there is other topics like, for example, sustainability. Because I don't know if you are aware, there is like I don't know if you with this veggie box, we are also sustaining some local farmers. So like against like the great supermarket, big supermarket that they import in, or they are not really taking care about quality. So you are sustaining like small realities. And then also because they are located around us, so all the topic about the 0 kilometer food and whatever. So it's like a really more than also only a healthy life.
Another tip. So I'm sharing my house with a
Yeah,
Spanish
she's
guy.
lucky. She's
I'm
lucky.
very lucky because I share my house with a Spanish guy who is really passionate about cooking, and also he's super keen on a balanced and healthy diet. So another tip I feel I can give you is live with someone, if it's a boyfriend, if it's a girlfriend or a housemate who is really into cooking and it can get you into it and help you enjoy just the time of the
He's
meal.
just behind, like in the other room cooking.
He's
for
cooking
us.
right now.
You said, I feel like one of the tips is actually everything started from the mindset, no?
Absolutely. I think
Absolutely.
that's one of the keys.
Yeah.
So how do you start? How do you guys started living this kind of life that is more conscious with healthy lifestyle?
Yeah, I think we were lucky because our parents in our family, we always like used to eat kind of healthy. I don't know.
Yeah, we had a good education that definitely helped
Has-
us, making us aware of
Exactly,
a
yeah.
healthy relationship with the food and a healthy diet. So we were very lucky for sure. But then secondly, I would say our generation,
Yeah,
it's
I think
really driven on that. I think, like, I feel like nowadays we as young people, we're more
there is
conscious.
a lot of focus on food, and also like if you think about all the TV programs about kids, there are like so many now.
Yeah, MasterChef,
Yeah,
so the
lots
great
of-
British bake
yeah,
off.
bake off, yeah. So it's really, but I think it's a really can be both. Always, all the stuff can be negative and positive, but really, I think it's people that really don't behave a lifestyle correctly, like in a healthy way, but they are. You can read, you can be informed, and then you can really start to be aware. Like, I don't know, sorry, maybe I was eating too much meat because blah, blah, blah. So I think I don't know. Nowadays, it's really easy to know how to behave healthy. And so yeah, there is a lot of resources, of course if you are not an expert, you have to trust the reliable or scientific resources, because of course there are always someone that try to cheat to selling you something not really
Could
correct.
you guys please share what is your main like menu, like what kind of food that you actually normally eat in the daily basis?
Okay, so I think for the season we are in now, at least in Europe, in the UK, we eat a lot of soup. I would say so.
All the week we eat soup of broccoli and potatoes, soup of carrots.
Minestrone, which is when the legumes are not blended. And then, so with all the seasonal vegetables like pumpkin or parsnip or carrots. So a lot of soup, I would say. And then randomly we do,
sometimes also pasta,
of course, pasta or rice. What did we have last night? Noodles? No, we had some. Sorry, I forgot what we had. I have a really short memory, but I would say this, and then yogurt, fresh fruit, or we brought some
drink
panettone.
drink water a lot, and not like also another. It's maybe you say only food, concentrating only on food, but also like the drinks are important, because I think like the sugar drinks are like really against
and underestimated. People maybe think, oh, I have a Coke. That's fine, but a Coke has a lot of sugar, and that's not good.
Yeah, now there is also the zero calorie or that's it, but still, I think water is always the best to eat to drink.
Well, breakfast, I think it's it's mainly cultural, because for example in Italy we do eat a lot, like normally we eat sweets like biscuits or a cake with milk and a coffee, of course, whereas in other countries, like also in England, it's more savory. They eat like beans or eggs, and so I think moving here in the United Kingdom, I started having a different breakfast. I started merging the two, or like mixing, or
fusion breakfast.
It's a fusion breakfast, and then Lunch is normally lighter because if I do work or I don't want to feel too lazy, then I don't want to have a siesta like the Spanish do. So lunch is normally lighter. And then dinner, if it's during the week, probably I would keep it light as well, just because I don't want to feel too heavy then when I go to bed or I watch a movie, because obviously I don't do any, like I don't walk or I don't do any sport after. I don't need much energy. But if it's during the weekend,
We can have
we can have a cheat day and a pizza, which is heavier, but it's always a good idea.
But how could you make eating healthy food that sometimes people consider it boring?
Yeah, but this is completely like prejudice.
It's a fake news.
Yeah, it's a fake news. No, it's not true. Yeah, but yeah. I think the secret is all like to prepare, no, by yourself the food, because you know how to make it interesting for you, and so yeah, it's really there is so many ways to do, like as Betty Benny, sorry, was was saying before, like there is 10,000 type of salad that's super colorful, super tasty that you can do. And
so many ways to make food more interesting, like add a bit of fantasy, mix the fruit, the spices, just like experiment different things, makes the meals less boring. And yeah, I don't, I think it's just a stereotype of healthy food being boring. That's not
and
true.
also it's always important how to combine all the ingredients, because I don't think that there, yeah, there's many people, they say, yeah, but I don't like this, I don't like this, but there is, I think, always a made where how you combine all the ingredients, also even what you don't really like. I don't know, me neither, I don't like so much eat broccoli with a bit of oil and salt. For it's not really amazing food, I'm not saying that, but I don't know, if you try to mix with a bit, I don't know, with curry, or you can do pasta broccoli and put a bit of I don't know, sausages, so to make a bit interesting. And so you are, I don't know, using vegetables and using a bit of also meat, but not so much because it's not only meat. So I don't know, I think it's all how you mix, and yeah, how you combine these ingredients to make them interesting.
And maybe how the way we prepare it, right? Like maybe if we could, I don't know, shape it in a really
yeah.
In an artistic way, or also cooking for someone you love, someone you you want to enjoy spend time with, that also make it less boring if you're not just doing it for yourself, obviously.
So for example, how to actually try to put in perspective to not stereotype, as you've said, about the stigma of healthy food is a boring food. How to change that kind of perspective?
It's not easy. I think it's always the mindset. So I don't know. I would say if you read experience of other people, like on articles, on or the social media or books, people who have been through it and have been through the mental process of trying to turn food into a cure rather than an illness or a bad thing for you. So probably it's that, just that, get yourself more informed about it, about how you can actually
Yeah, and find your way, like because of course, like we are all different, so everybody has own taste, own style, and so really everyone has by themselves, or of course asking to expert how to like be happy with a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it's true. So yeah, everything started with the mindset, and at least if
Yeah.
we want to, maybe we could start, I mean, if we want to start to eat healthy, maybe just focus on the long-term effect on eating healthy, like
Yeah.
focusing that actually it will prevent us from an illness or
Disease. Yeah.
something.
yeah.
So
Exactly.
do you
Yeah.
guys have any like website or maybe Instagram account that you guys normally see for like recipe or healthy lifestyle?
I do follow some people on Instagram who share like healthy recipe, but in terms of blog or articles or books. I know, actually, I got a recipe book for Christmas as a gift, and I still need to start it, but I'm really looking forward to try some new recipe. So a nice idea for someone who wants to make a gift. It's also get someone a nice recipe book.
Yeah, for me, always when I don't know, because for example, it's not easy to have creativity always with all the vegetables or the food in general, and so always for me, I know it's in Italian, so if you don't speak Italian, I don't know if it's hard, but for me, it's giallo zafferano. It's like a Bible. You can find any type of recipe, exactly so.
Or also watch the TV shows like MasterChef or the British Bake Off. I was watching with my husband, and sometimes we got inspired. Like we watched an episode about bagel, and the night after we made bagels. So that's a good inspiration source.
Okay, so last one. So how do you guys motivate and encourage others to consume healthy food?
The nice housemate to rent a nice cool chef. No, but yes, everything we already said, I think is just to not the first thing really to be motivated is not like only someone else motivating you, but it should be yourself, that you have to open your mind. You should win your limits. So I don't know, because I don't know, someone is not, I don't like tomato, absolutely. So I don't know, always try, always so the motivation should start from, I don't know, yourself.
Yeah,
and
but
then
also sharing is caring, and everyone knows that. So if you do care about your friends or your beloved, you will always try to cook them something very nice, or oh look, I found that recipe, you should try that once, and like try to involve them to have a healthy lifestyle, so a healthy diet. And that's my main tip.
Yeah, maybe watch some documentary that they say eating, I don't know, fish chip all the time or McDonald's are really bad effects. So maybe with the some no.
Realize, yeah, actually, yeah, it's a really good tip that we need to be open-minded. At least we have, like, since you've said that the motivation started within ourselves, so maybe we, at least we have to have the intention to change our lifestyle, and maybe our perspective and mindset will adjust itself. Like maybe stereotype that there are people who thought that eating healthy food is a boring or it's not really tasty, but since if we think differently, the taste will be different as well, no?
Exactly. But then
Thank you very much, Mariana and Benedetta.
Thank you, Risha.
We have a little post-it of our quote of the day.
We are what we eat. Yes, it's really nice.
And I found the philosopher. It was Feuerbach.
Who's the name?
Feuerbach.
Noted.
I think you look at it the way around, but anyway, thank you very much for this interview, for your time.
A really nice discussion,
and I hope that this is helpful for anyone listening.
Yes. I hope people get motivated, even though they're now maybe they're like binge watching or like working from home or anything. I hope
go and get yourself a nice meal, cook something.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.